Do you think that our childhood adaptations and patterns that we employed in order to stay safe get amplified as we get older? See, I think they do. I would say like when I was in my teens and 20s, I had plenty of issues. Don't get me wrong. I was bullied. I had all kinds of boyfriend issues. I had all kinds of friendship issues. But I remember when I went to college, I sort of reinvented myself and I had a lot of friends and a lot of things were great. And then for the next 10 years, all the way through my 20s into my early 30s, I was kind of at the top of my game. I was confident and I felt like it was an awesome time. You know, it was a time when women were not in the space of like corporate and technology. And so I was busting through a bunch of barriers and I was, paving the way for women, and I was successful and I was accomplishing great things. And something changed for me when I had my kids, and then when I moved across the country. And I don't know whether it was that I had moved, so I had to make new friends, or whether mothering was new, or whether mothering kind of cracked me open and then it like opened me up to do my work. But I noticed that a lot of my patterns, like people pleasing, or even some of my anger issues, or the ways that I would like suppress my voice or play small, those things came up for me more in my 30s and 40s than they were even present earlier. I think that's interesting. So my conundrum, my question is it because that's kind of just an accumulation of patterns and eventually they become more kind of entrenched in a way of being and they almost turn into like a personality? Or is it because we're being asked to sort of excavate all this stuff in us, and so it comes up it gets more and more pronounced so that we can be suffering more, so that we finally feel the motivation to go and do the healing work to break free from these patterns? So I'm curious what you think about that, because I absolutely have seen it for myself. And I'm wondering, first question is, do you see this for yourself? Has this happened to you? Second question is, what's your reason why you think it happens that way? Is it an accumulation, or is it an accumulation meaning just like if you keep acting this way, it's going to become a pattern? Or is it because it's a call for us to wake up? Or is it both?